Hey, have you ever heard of this ancient Chinese dude named Sun Tzu? We're talking way back, like around 500 BC during the spring and autumn period of China. Sun Tzu wasn't your average Joe. Nah, he was a military strategist extraordinaire. Legend has it that Sun Tzu wasn't just some war junkie. He was all about winning smart, not just swinging swords. So, he penned down this masterpiece called The Art of War. Now, this wasn't your typical war manual filled with gory battle tactics. Nope. Sun Tzu's wisdom was all about strategy. One of his most famous lines goes something like, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Imagine that. Winning without throwing a single punch. Sun Tzu wasn't just about brute force. He was all about outsmarting your opponent like a ninja in the shadows. So why's this quote so darn famous? Well, it's like this. Sun Tzu believed that true victory lay not in bloodshed, but in outmaneuvering your enemy, making them surrender without even stepping onto the battlefield. It's like playing chess, but on a grand scale. And get this, his principles weren't just for generals and warriors. Nah, they've been used by everyone from CEOs to sports champs to navigate life's battles. So next time you're facing a tough situation, channel your inner Sun Tzu and remember, sometimes the best way to win is by not fighting at all. Now, if you're serious about this whole exponential growth thing, you gotta pay attention. No shortcuts here, no get-rich-quick schemes. Sun Tzu's teachings are like a slow-cooked stew, you know? Takes time to simmer, but man, the flavor is worth it. So if you want to reach that next level, you better give this video your undivided attention. Remember, success ain't about luck or overnight miracles. It's about putting in the work, honing your skills, and staying one step ahead of the game. Sun Tzu's got the blueprint, but it's up to you to follow it. So sit back, relax, and soak in the wisdom. 'Cause when it comes to transforming your life, there are no shortcuts. But trust me, the journey's worth it when you reach that summit of success.
This is Sparta!
Number 1. The importance of strategy. Let me break it down for you. Sun Tzu was all about strategy, like it was his middle name. In The Art of War, he hammered home the importance of having a game plan before diving into battle. Think about it like this. Ever played chess? You don't just move your pieces randomly and hope for the best, right? Nah, you strategize. Same deal with life. Sun Tzu says you gotta know your enemy, know yourself, and know the terrain. It's like setting up your pieces on the board before the game even starts. Now, let's bring it to the real world. Say you're launching a new business. You don't just jump in blindly and hope for the best. Now you analyze the markets, scope out the competition, and craft a killer strategy to conquer your niche. That's Sun Tzu in action, my friend. So next time you're facing a challenge, remember, strategy isn't just for warlords. It's for anyone who wants to come out on top. Number 2, knowing yourself and your enemy. All right, imagine you're gearing up for a game of chess against a formidable opponent. Now, before you even make your first move, what's the smartest thing to do? Well, according to Sun Tzu's The Art of War, it's all about knowing yourself and knowing your enemy. So let's break it down like this. Knowing yourself means understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and how you operate. It's like sizing up your own chess pieces, knowing which ones are your heavy hitters and which ones might be a bit more vulnerable. This self-awareness helps you play to your strengths and shore up any weaknesses before your opponent can exploit them. Now, knowing your enemy? That's like peeking over at your opponent's side of the chessboard and trying to figure out their strategy. Are they aggressive, making bold moves right out of the gate? Or maybe they're more cautious, playing defensively and waiting for you to make a mistake. By understanding their style and tactics, you can anticipate their next move and counter it effectively. Let's put this into a real-life scenario. Picture this. You're a startup entrepreneur with a killer product, but you're facing stiff competition from a big-name corporation in your industry. Now, knowing yourself means recognizing your strengths as a scrappy, agile startup. You're nimble, innovative, and quick to adapt. But you're also aware of your limitations, like limited resources and brand recognition. As for knowing your enemy, that's where market research and competitive analysis come into play. You study your competitors' products, marketing strategies, and customer base to understand what makes them tick. Maybe they have a loyal customer following or a massive advertising budget that you can't compete with directly. But you also spot some weaknesses, like gaps in their product offerings or customer pain points they're not addressing. Armed with this knowledge, you devise a strategic plan to outmaneuver your competitor. You focus on niche markets they've overlooked, offering personalized solutions that resonate with customers. You leverage your agility to quickly iterate on your product based on customer feedback, staying one step ahead of the competition. In the end, it's not just about knowing yourself or knowing your enemy. It's about leveraging that knowledge to gain a strategic advantage. And that, my friend, is the essence of Sun Tzu's timeless wisdom in The Art of War. Number 3, adaptability and flexibility. All right, imagine you're hiking through the wilderness with a plan to reach the summit of a majestic mountain. You've got your map, your gear, and a clear path marked out. But as you trek along, Mother Nature decides to throw you a curveball. Dark clouds roll in, and a sudden storm brews overhead. Now, this is where adaptability and flexibility, as preached by Sun Tzu in The Art of War, come into play. Instead of stubbornly sticking to your original plan and risking getting caught in the storm, you quickly reassess the situation and pivot your strategy. Adaptability means being able to roll with the punches and adjust your approach on the fly. So, in this scenario, you might decide to seek shelter and wait out the storm rather than pushing ahead blindly. Maybe you find a nearby cave or set up a makeshift camp to ride out the bad weather safely. Flexibility, on the other hand, is about being open to alternative paths and creative solutions. Perhaps the storm has made your original route impassable, but you spot a different trail leading to the summit that's less exposed to the elements. So, you adapt your plan, recalibrate your route, and forge ahead with a new sense of purpose. Now, let's bring this principle to life with a real-life scenario. Imagine you're a small business owner running a cozy cafe in a bustling city neighborhood. Business has been booming, and you've built up a loyal customer base with your delicious coffee and homemade pastries. But then, out of nowhere, a global pandemic hits, forcing businesses like yours to shut their doors and adapt to a new reality. This is where adaptability and flexibility become your best friends. Instead of throwing in the towel, you quickly pivot your business model to focus on takeout and delivery options. You streamline your menu, offering family-sized meals and pantry staples to meet the changing needs of your customers stuck at home. You also get creative with your marketing, leveraging social media and email newsletters to stay connected with your community and keep them engaged with your brand. And when restrictions ease up, you're ready to welcome customers back with open arms, implementing safety protocols and outdoor seating options to adapt to the new normal. Through your adaptability and flexibility, you not only weather the storm, but come out stronger on the other side. And that, my friend, is the power of Sun Tzu's wisdom in The Art of War, knowing when to pivot, when to persevere, and when to forge ahead with a new plan of attack. Number 4, the value of leadership. All right, picture this. You're on a sports team gearing up for a championship game. Now, you've got all the talent and skills you need to win. But what's going to make the real difference out there on the field? Leadership. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu hammers home the importance of leadership in achieving victory. It's not just about barking orders or bossing people around. It's about inspiring and guiding your team to work together towards a common goal. So, let me paint you a real-life scenario. Imagine you're part of a soccer team aiming to win the league title. Your coach is like the general on the battlefield, strategizing and making tough decisions, but it's the team captain who really embodies the spirit of leadership. Now, your captain isn't just the best player on the team, though they might be. They're also the heart and soul of the squad, the one who leads by example, motivates their teammates, and keeps everyone focused when the pressure is on. In practice, this might look like your captain rallying the team before a big game, delivering a pep talk that fires everyone up and reminds them of what they're capable of. They lead by example on the field, giving 110% effort and encouraging their teammates to do the same. But leadership isn't just about the big moments. It's about the little things, too. Like when your team is down a goal and morale is low, it's your captain who steps up and reminds everyone to keep their heads up and stay focused. They're the one who leads the charge, rallying the team to mount a comeback and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And when the final whistle blows and your team emerges victorious, it's your captain who's right there in the middle of the celebration, hoisting the championship trophy high above their head, a testament to their leadership and the collective effort of the entire team. So, whether you're on the sports field, in the boardroom, or on the battlefield, never underestimate the power of leadership. It's the driving force that can turn a group of individuals into a cohesive, unstoppable team, capable of achieving greatness together. And that, my friend, is the essence of Sun Tzu's wisdom in The Art of War. Number 5. The element of surprise. All right, imagine you're playing a game of chess with a friend. You've been locked in a stalemate for what feels like ages, with neither of you able to gain the upper hand. But then, out of nowhere, you unleash a surprise move, a clever trap that catches your opponent off guard and leads to checkmate. That's the essence of the element of surprise in The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's all about keeping your opponent guessing and seizing the initiative by doing the unexpected. Now let's bring this principle to life with a real-life scenario. Picture this. You're a small startup in a crowded market, trying to carve out your niche against bigger, more established competitors. Instead of playing by their rules and duking it out head-on, you decide to take a different approach. You launch a guerrilla marketing campaign that catches everyone off guard, a series of quirky, attention-grabbing ads that disrupt the status quo and generate buzz around your brand. You show up where your competitors least expect you, stealing the spotlight and winning over customers with your fresh, innovative approach. Before long, your competitors are left scrambling to catch up, while you've already moved on to the next surprise, staying one step ahead and keeping the competition on their toes. So, whether you're on the battlefield or in the business world, never underestimate the power of the element of surprise. It's the secret weapon that can turn the tide in your favor and lead to victory against even the toughest opponents. And that, my friend, is the wisdom of Sun Tzu in action. Number 6, the importance of discipline. All right, picture this. You're training for a marathon, pounding the pavement day in and day out, rain or shine. Now sure, you've got the talent and the drive, but what's really going to get you across that finish line? Discipline. In The Art of War by Sun Tzu, discipline isn't just about following orders. It's about staying focused, sticking to your plan, and putting in the hard work even when it's tough. Let's bring this principle to life with a real-life scenario. Imagine you're a musician preparing for a big performance. You've got your sheet music, your instrument tuned, and you're ready to dazzle the crowd. But here's the thing. It's not just about talent, it's about discipline. You've spent countless hours practicing scales, honing your technique, and perfecting every note. Even when you'd rather be hanging out with friends or binge-watching your favorite show, you're in the practice room putting in the work. And when the big day arrives, all that discipline pays off. You take the stage with confidence, knowing that you've put in the time and effort to deliver a performance that's nothing short of spectacular. So, whether you're running a marathon, playing a concert, or tackling any other challenge life throws your way, never underestimate the power of discipline. It's the secret ingredient that turns talent into mastery and transforms dreams into reality. And that, my friend, is the wisdom of Sun Tzu in action. Number 7. The art of timing. All right, check this out. You know when you're playing a game of basketball and it's the last few seconds of the game? The score is tied and everyone's on the edge of their seats. That's when timing becomes everything. In The Art of War by Sun Tzu, timing isn't just about knowing when to make your move. It's about seizing the moment when the odds are in your favor and the stars align just right. Let's bring this principle to life with a real-life scenario. Imagine you're a chef running a busy restaurant. You've got a new dish you're itching to put on the menu, but you know timing is everything. You wait for the perfect moment, the start of summer when fresh ingredients are abundant and customers are craving something light and refreshing. Then, you unveil your masterpiece, a mouth-watering salad bursting with seasonal flavors. And just like that, your timing pays off. Customers flock to your restaurant, eager to try your new creation and rave about it to all their friends. You've hit the sweet spot, and your restaurant's reputation soars as a result. So whether you're on the basketball court, in the kitchen, or tackling any other challenge, remember the wisdom of Sun Tzu. Timing is everything. It's the difference between success and failure, between seizing the moment and letting it slip away. And that, my friend, is the art of timing in action. Sun Tzu's The Art of War isn't just some dusty old book. Nah, it's a timeless guide to conquering life's battles with strategy and smarts. So, if you're serious about leveling up your game, these videos are your ticket to success. We've unpacked Sun Tzu's wisdom, laid it all out for you to soak in and apply to your own life. But hey, I can't do this alone. If you're vibing with the content, hit that subscribe button, show some love, and let's conquer our goals together. Because remember, the journey to success is best traveled with friends. Let's make it happen.